I'm not about marketing with video. First, I want to tell you a little bit about me. My lovely wife back there came in. Lori's back there. Some of you know Lori. She's become a pretty popular real estate photographer in Southwest Florida. We started a prison together. She was doing photography. I was actually the visual tour rep for the state of Florida from 2009 until 2014 when I left and Lori and I joined together. PRISM actually stands for Photography, Real Estate Marketing, Internet Distribution, and Social Media. That's what we do. We have grown our business, and it has grown very well, really very well. And we've grown our business based on being a source of education to the real estate community. I like teaching agents how to do things for themselves, so they don't have to spend money to do things. I like teaching agents how to utilize social media, how to create their own videos, how to market for themselves, because there's so much out there that you can use, but agents need to learn to do a lot of the stuff on their own. And what I believe we have done is we've shown that we understand how to do things, so that if you ever do have a need for somebody else to do it for you, you might come to us. But I encourage agents to learn how to do this stuff on their own, because so much of it can be done if you just kind of have systems in place to do it. Video is where the industry is going. I left Visual Tour because they did not understand how important video is. I could not get the people at Visual Tour to understand that a flash presentation doesn't do it anymore.
Paradigm.
Now Paradigm, correct. And hey, I asked them for years to change their name, and they didn't. I left, they changed their name. But video is so important, and I'm going to kind of explain some things without trying to get too technical for you to understand why. Before I start, I want you to understand how important Google is. One of the things I'm going to talk about is YouTube. And like Facebook owns Instagram, a lot of agents don't know that Google owns YouTube. Bless you. Google owns YouTube. And what that means is if you go do a real estate search for a house, if someone sits down anywhere and puts in keywords to look for a house, first can somebody tell me, the number one site, whether there are more real estate searches on which site?
Zillow.
Zillow? No?
Realtor.com.
No?
Google.
Google. Thank you. There are more real estate searches done on Google than all of those other sites. And what happens is we're all stuck in the real estate community. We know what Zillow is and Truly is and Realtor.com is. Most people do not. They don't. Now, they'll do a Google search for a house and they'll find Zillow and they'll find Truly and they'll find Realtor.com. But understand, people out there that are not in the real estate industry, when they go do a search for a home, their search is starting at Google. That, and then just kind of understand that. When you do a search on Google for a house, go do it later, or do it now if you want to, almost every single time, YouTube video is going to pop up on your search. I'm going to share some statistics with you, and one of those searches is that less than 12% of listings have a video. So, the reason though, that you can do a Google search and a YouTube video come up almost every time, even though only 1 out of 8 listings has a video, is because Google pushes YouTube videos up on searches. They paid $1.8 billion for YouTube from 2 guys that came up with the idea of free video on a big server. They paid all that money out, and they're only going to get it back by pushing videos up on searches so more people view them so they can charge more for advertising, because that's how they make their money. So understand what a powerful tool YouTube is for real estate, because if you create videos and upload them to your YouTube channel, we'll get into that, then you'll get more views of it just because of its relationship with Google. So what we want is to show how you can use video to market for yourself, how easy it is. And to get started, I'm going to share some of these statistics so that you understand. 73% of homeowners in the last real estate technology survey last year, 73% of homeowners said they are more likely to list with an agent who utilizes video. Less than 12% do. How many of you use a platform like Paradigm or OVO or CirclePix, any of those? Every one of those platforms, or ours, every one of those platforms can be automatically converted to video and sent to a YouTube channel. So if today you don't have a video of your listings and you're using one of those platforms, all you have to do is contact that company and say, hey, I want my tour converted to video and put on YouTube automatically.
It does that. Paradigm does that automatically.
All of them do it automatically. All you have to do is give them your login and password to your YouTube channel. How many of you have a YouTube channel? How much does it cost you?
Free.
It's free. The reason I share that with you is that all those platforms, you can actually have video. Now when you go into a listing presentation, you can say, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I know 7 out of 8 agents does not create a video. And it is vital that if you're going to have an agent list your home for you, you want an agent that understands how to use video to market your property. Because over 90% of home buyers begin their search on the internet. And this year alone, over half of every home that gets purchased is going to be found on the internet before seeing calls the real estate profession. If you're going to have to pay a commission to an agent, you need an agent that understands how to utilize the internet, video media, social media, virtual media, and all the technology that's available. If your agent does not understand how to use video marketing, that's not the agent you want to pay your commission to. Because I'm going to use a YouTube strategy and video, I'm going to get more views of your home. People are going to view it longer. It's not my job to sell your house. It's my job to get as many people to see it so I get people inside your house so your house sells itself. There's no way if an agent does not understand how to market this way, they're going to get enough views and get your home sold at the price you want and as quickly as you want. Let me explain to you my marketing strategy. That is something that you can say already without, and some of you didn't even know it, if you're already using a platform that converts to video and go to YouTube. So start taking advantage of that in your listing presentations. Real estate listings that include a video receive 4 times the inquiries than those without. It's easy to track that. That's something you want to talk about in a listing presentation as well. I'm going to get 4 times as many inquiries for your home because I have a marketing strategy that includes video. Visitors will spend 88% more time on a website with video. So we're not just talking about utilizing YouTube. I'm talking about making sure that there's video available on your website, because when people get there, they'll spend more time on your website looking. Having video on your landing page makes it 53% more likely to show up on page 1 of a Google search. Now this is being recorded, and I'm glad, so I hope a lot of people hear this. How many of you ever talked to an SEO expert that has told you, I can have your website show up on the first page of Google every time? Yep. Liars. Anytime someone says that. Now there's a couple things wrong with that statement. First of all, anyone tells you that they're going to optimize your website does not know what he or she is talking about. Can anybody tell me what's wrong with that statement? You do not optimize websites. You optimize web pages. You cannot optimize a full website. You are optimizing one page that you are driving them to. Your search page, some sort of landing page. It's one of the reasons that if you go to website developers today, a lot of them will create your website on one big page. You can still have tabs, but when you click on the tab, it takes you down further on that one page. It's because you can get more content on one page, and it's easier to optimize the page because it's all one.
Is that what you heard in?
Absolutely. If you have, there's a name for it, and I'm sorry, I don't know. It is all one page. You can do tab, and instead of going to a separate page, it takes you to a different place on the same page. It is easier to optimize your page. If you're going to do a website, I suggest you do it that way. Especially if you're going to be trying to drive traffic to your website.
You can do your own website.
Sure, and if you're not trying to drive traffic to your website, and you don't have to. That is not the only way to market. I won't necessarily get into that a whole lot. But if it's just informational, that's one thing. Use tab and make it easier. But if you're really going to try to use it to drive traffic to yourself and capture leads, yes, I suggest you use one page. And I suggest you make it video-based. I suggest you have video on your page. Having video on your landing page makes it 52% more likely to show up on page 1 of a Google search. So don't just get stuck in using just your website. Create landing pages. I'm not going to get in depth, but there are ways of creating very simple landing pages, drive people to them, and then capture their information. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. Now, let me tell you something else about SEO. Bless you, bless you. I had that cold. Another thing about SEO. One of the reasons somebody can't guarantee you even to put your landing page and make sure it shows up every time is Google continues to change their rules. Nobody really completely understands how to do it, which is fine. There are safe practices like using video, putting a lot of keywords, using hashtags. There's a lot of things that you can do. But this is important to understand that. Google does SEO like this. Someone sits down and does a search for real estate, property, Fort Myers, Florida, golf course communities, whatever it is they're looking for. What Google does is it takes those keywords and it goes and says, I need an entity. I need somebody who understands these things. So you need to have content tied to you, Fort Myers, golf course communities, real estate, all those things tied to you. Like using Instagram, having videos that have all those hashtags helps that because all that content directs back to your online presence. Let me make sure you understand how Google works now. Now, Google does what they call indexing data. They assign value to all the data that's pointed to you. Articles, videos, all those things. They index all the data first, and then with equal value, they now index video, all by itself. A 1-minute video to Google, original video, is worth 1 million word article. One 60-second video to Google means more to them than you writing 1 million words.
But will it only come up if it's on your one page, or will it come up if it's on a?
We'll talk about how to direct everything back to you. It's really all directed back to your online presence, and I'm just going to talk about the video marketing part. If you want to get into specific marketing strategies and stuff like that, get with me afterwards. Get through this part and teach you what I can, and then we'll help you with the rest of the stuff. This is important to know. This is part of the reason that when someone finds a video, they'll continue to watch it. If they're just looking at a listing or photos or something that you've written about it, they don't necessarily continue to look at it. Viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch it in a video compared to only 10% when they read it in text. They know more about your property. They know more about you. They know more about whatever information you're trying to give them in video. They're getting it because they're getting it visually, as well as audibly, as well as processing that in their brain as it goes through. So video is a much more effective way to give information as well. Those of you who think I'm just talking about listings, I'm not talking about just using video for your listings. I'm talking about using video to capture people, so that people know who you are, what you do, and get them to contact you. The information retained in 1 minute of online video is equal to about 1.8 million written words. So create video. Online video accounts for more than 50% of all mobile traffic. Understand, when you're doing an internet marketing strategy, if you're doing a video strategy, it's important to understand that most of the time people are seeing you on a tablet or a phone, not on a computer anymore. 68% of all videos are viewed on a mobile device. That number is supposed to be almost 80% by the end of 2017. 4 out of 5 times when someone's viewing your video, it's important to know that they're viewing it on a mobile device. And I tell you that because, and I'll talk about making sure that there's a call to action in a minute, but every time someone sees you, remember they're on the run. People are in a hurry. They're not necessarily going to take their time to go find your website or anything. So on your video, put a link that says, click here to like my Facebook page. Click here to give me your email address so I can send you information. Click here to go to my website to find out more. Every time you create a video, tell somebody, I want your information. I want you on my website. I can do something for you. So get those call to actions and know they're probably on the run. Most of the time they do it very quickly. By the end of this year, 2/3 of all the world's mobile data traffic will be video. 2/3 of all the information that people are going to be getting on the internet, they're going to be getting it from video, not from articles or other ways. And videos are shared 1,200% more times than links and text combined. So when you're out on Facebook saying, hey, share this, and you're sharing a picture of something, or you're sharing a link to another article, or you're sharing a link to something else, if you create a video instead, you're going to get 1,200% times more sharing with others so more and more people would see your advertising. That's why video is so important, because this is already where the industry is, and it's going there more and more and more. We've got to know and learn how to use video, at least in some ways. So understanding these statistics, and most of us have heard it. I believe most of you were here, a lot of you were here because Instagram was a class, video was a class, and you keep hearing, I got to start using video, that's why I'm here. But knowing all this, knowing that all this is true, why is it that so many agents still don't use a video? Why do you not have videos of your listings? It is so easy to do now. The truth is, we can't get caught up in video being moving pictures. When Laurie shoots a property, Laurie, or one of our other photographers shoots a property, we can take still photos and create a video out of it. You can take still photos and create a video stream, put it on YouTube, and start using it. So if that's as far as you want to go, hey, at least go that far, because you're still going to get more views of it. But there's something to be said for being able to have active video. There's something to be said, I'm sorry, I forgot your first name, Lisa, right? Lisa saying, when she went outside, you could see the palm trees, you can see rippling of water. Seeing ceiling fans turn. There's value to that when people are looking at a property, particularly when they're somewhere else in the country. So I'm not telling you how to get into video. I'm telling you there are ways of getting in very simply. Put your toe in the pool and start creating videos out of your stills. Then start learning to do things like with your phone, like using Instagram. Take video clips of various rooms and scenes, and then upload them. And little by little get involved. And I'll tell you some of the simple ways that you can get involved. How many of you guys know that? Because the internet's so slow, I'm not going to show you the little video collage. But I shared it. Everybody knows Billy Fusillo, who Fusillo Kia is. And I'm showing this video because I want you to get this point. We are a professional video company. We can charge a few $100s for video. We have some videos we charge thousands and thousands of dollars for. You don't need us to be effective at video marketing. You don't ever have to pay a professional company, the videographer, editor, a platform, any of it. Everything is available for you to be effective. I met Billy Fusillo because when they did the basketball shoot thing, I officiate high school basketball. And I was one of the officials that caught the ball and threw it back to them and tried to shoot again and try to make their shot. So I got a chance to talk to Billy Fusillo and a little bit more with the guy Xavier, who's his general manager. Do you know how he shoots his commercials? He doesn't write a script. He doesn't practice them. They come out with a little camera, by the way, not much different than that one. And they stand in front of him, and he gets there, and he just starts talking about whatever he wants to talk about. And then the cameraman goes, when he has that much time to get to his word huge. And he just finds a way to get to the word to say huge. Every one of his commercials is 30 seconds long. He doesn't have to pay for editing. All they do is put the graphics on it, send it to the station. It costs him almost nothing to produce his videos. Here's my question for you. Is Fusillo Kia's marketing effective?
Yes.
Absolutely. You don't have to be fancy. Particularly, I think, in the real estate industry. I think the real estate industry is one of those places that people want to see you as a person. Every laptop sold today that I know of now has a camera on it. You can now record yourself sitting at your desk in the morning or even at your house in the morning saying, you know what, it's 82 degrees here in Fort Myers Beach. There's great houses available, the interest rates are still great. Call me today or click on my website to see what's available here in Fort Myers Beach. Buy a home in Fort Myers Beach or whatever your area is. That 30-second video doesn't have to be fancy, but it can be effective, particularly if you do it regularly. Imagine just setting aside 5 minutes once a week to do the marketing report. Pull the statistics and share a marketing report for your area once a week. Be somebody who shares the events going on in Fort Myers or Fort Myers Beach or Cape Coral or whatever, where you just go use Instagram to shoot little video vignettes and say, this is what's going on this weekend in Cape Coral, or these are the kind of things that happen in this. If you would like to live this type of lifestyle, contact me. It doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to use lighting or fancy equipment in order to be able to do it. Billy doesn't, and he does great.
So yeah, just a follow-up question. So what you're saying, all the commercials you see on TV, all of that isn't done with professional video from the TV station or whatever? He's just creating them and giving them to the TV station?
Yep. His. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm sure a lot of
He's
YouTube.
paying for the
right. He pays for airtime, but he's not paying them to edit anything. He says the film is done.
I used to work for an agency down in South North Carolina. He bought a contract out, she's been with him since.
Yeah, she was a marketer in Charlotte.
Right.
All right. So there are some easy to use apps. What do y'all think the first one is? Instagram. Instagram is one of those apps. Lisa just told us how simple it is to use Instagram to upload. You can, the one thing I So Lisa said it during the class, but I want to reiterate it. Instagram is an app that you have to use a mobile device to upload. You can't take video clips, go to your computer, and create a video on Instagram on your account. You got to use a mobile device. That's fine. Makes it easier. Use your mobile device, and everything can be done right from your mobile device. Another one is Vine. The difference between, I know a lot of you have heard of Vine. Let me tell you kind of the major differences between Instagram and Vine without getting too technical. Instagram is owned by Facebook. Vine is owned by Twitter. Twitter bought Vine. Facebook bought Instagram. Instagram allows a 15-second video clip. Vine allows a 6-second video clip. Now, most of us would go, wow, Instagram's better. It's 15 seconds. Not necessarily. You have a lot less time to screw up your video in 6 seconds than you do in 15. And some of you will go, yeah, maybe I should use mine. So consider that. Both of them are free. Both of them are good apps. Both of them are easy to download and use. Instagram has better filters to filter your videos and make them look a little bit better. It's easier to edit than Instagram. But Vine, you might find quicker because you can do a 6-second video, you upload it, and you're kind of done. And you won't take as much time with it. I don't really favor one over the other. The one I do like is Spark Camera. Now, here's the difference between Spark Camera. Number one, Instagram and Vine are free. Spark Camera is really pricey. It is a whole $1.99 on either the Apple iPhone store or Google Play Store. It's $2. But there's a lot more you can do with it. So in between just taking a video clip and uploading it and creating video and sitting down with editing software and edit it are things like Spark Camera. Because on Spark Camera, you can now do up to a 45-second video. What's cool about it is, with Vine and Instagram, I have to take my clip and now I'm done. With Spark Camera, I can do, let's say it's a simple, let's use a listing. I can take a 5-second clip of the front of the house and stop. And what's cool about it is, as long as there's not a button there, to start the video, all you have to do is touch anywhere on the screen. And the moment you let go of it, it stops. And then you can touch the screen again and do a 5-second clip of another room and stop. Do a 5-second clip of another room and stop. And then when it's done, it streams all of them together into one video.
Wow.
Really nice. And it does have some editing things. Now, there's not a whole lot of editing capability. Like, if you don't like one of the clips, you can't go back. You can delete the last clip you just did, you can look at it, and delete it and do it over, but you can't go back and do an earlier clip. So it's a really nice way to do, if not listings, certainly little things about yourself or events where if you're at the German festival, you can actually take a bunch of little clips and share a nice little video without having to go back and use professional editing software.
Like in YouTube, if Spark Camera, you put like notes in the bottom. Like
Yep, and it has music and you can narrate. The one thing I didn't like about Spark Camera is you can't vary the volume of the music. So if you're talking over it, sometimes the music's too loud. So if you're going to be narrating something, you might want to just not have any music. And they have their own music, so you don't have to upload your own. They have the music, it's all paid for.
So you have a choice of narration or music?
You can do both. I just find sometimes the music's just a little loud if you're not very loud in your narration.
You don't
Yes,
have
you
to
can do
have
it.
music.
No, you don't. You can do one, other, or both. So it's a nice little app.
what about text?
Yeah, I think you can put text. I think you can put subtitles on it. It's pretty. I know it's pretty limited. It's not like you can do a whole lot like graphics like that, but I think you can put subtitles on it. Like you can put your phone number. For similar listings, go to www.thehome.
And then you send that to YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook?
You can too. It doesn't come right out of Spark Camera yet. Your
So
video's
still
created.
iPhone and Android.
It's on your phone, and then you can open up your app and you can send it off to
iPhone and Android.
iPhone and Android. Correct.
Can you,
Yes.
What are some tips to make your video not look shaky?
Tripod, stabilizer. Okay, understand. I'll talk to you about some of those things after. I'm trying to get everybody to use video. There are camera stabilizers, and you can use tripods and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking very simple ways to do it. Every phone, I know all the Android phones, the Samsung phones, and the iPhones, they have stabilizers built in. You know that? They've already built in camera stabilizers. I mean, they're limited, but they're still pretty good. Just go do, and just shake, you can just shake it a little bit, and it's still pretty smooth. I mean, the phones today have outstanding technology. So, you know, when I'm out, and I know it scares my wife to death, but I'm out telling agents, you don't need to pay us to do it. My phone takes 1080p high definition video, and you don't edit video really a whole lot. If you're doing, you know, little 5, 6, and 7 second clips, it comes out looking great. And, you know, there are tools out there for you to do that. We hope to call us for like really the $1 million houses and stuff.
When you use Instagram to take a video, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter are there. Where do you insert YouTube? Is that an ad location or what?
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna have to upload it to YouTube at this point, unless, and I don't want to get off topic, unless you use like a social media management like Hootsuite. Afterward, talk to me. You can now connect your YouTube channel to a Hootsuite account, it's a social media account, where I'll send it out to all your social media sites, including YouTube. As of 2 days ago, those of you who didn't know, YouTube is now serviced by Hootsuite. So you can now automatically upload things to YouTube as well. Yeah, Wednesday of this week, if you have a Hootsuite account. I will stick around afterward and answer any questions about that. I won't get too far off topic. Let's get back on topic. Another one, a lot of agents don't want to necessarily use their phones. I'll tell you about it when we're done.
It's very cool.
A web app, this isn't a mobile app, this is a web app called Animoto. You can go to animoto.com. I really like Animoto. It's a little more technical, so if you want to be a little bit more, you want to do a little bit more editing, put some text on it and do some other things, you can do that with Animoto. They have 3 different services. I know the first one's $8 a month, the second one's $22 a month. The big jump in the $22 a month is you get a lot more, you can do a lot more videos, but also you can brand it to yourself. $8 a month has Animoto branding on your videos. And the $22 a month allows you to brand it just to yourself and you don't see where it was made. So, but Animoto is one that you can do on your web. So you can take video clips that you did, put them all together, put music behind it, you can narrate them, you can put text across it, you can lighten and darken and shorten and make your clips longer or shorter. There's a lot more you can do with it. It's not a mobile app, it's one on your desktop. It's the one that I have found easiest to use, which is why I'm sharing.
If you're an Apple-based person, can't you use iMovie to edit all your videos and do everything you're talking about, and you got the software right on your Apple computer?
Yes, you can. I will tell you this. I'm an Apple hater, so I will not talk a whole lot about Apple products, so I'm not saying anything bad about them. I don't know anything about Apple because I refuse to use Apple. It doesn't play nice with others. So, but yes, people who use Apple, iMovie, I know they love iMovie, and you can do stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can do on Apple.
And that's free. I mean, you got it right on your computer.
Yep. And Animoto is a monthly fee. Spark Camera is $1.99 once, and it's just a mobile app, and the other 2 are free. So we're not talking about spending a whole lot of money.
I found other free video editing programs that you can download from the internet. So, I mean, if you don't want to pay the monthly fee, if you want to mess around with editing your videos, you can do that. But there's a little bit more.
And Google has some too.
Yeah.
These are the ones, the reason I'm sharing these, they're easy. All 4 of these are simple. There's not much of a learning curve at all. I jumped in and did my first one on Animoto when I was done. I was like, hey, I'm a pro at this. That was like 2, 3 years ago.
Repeat why Animoto is a good idea.
If you don't want to do it on your phone. It is a desktop app. It is an online desktop app. You can do more with it. You can change, you can do more editing of your videos or your stills. You can put both into it. You can do more text on the screen. You can lighten and darken stuff and shorten your clips. A lot more than you can with the mobile apps, and it's only on your desktop.
Spark Camera, can you do that from a tablet?
Yes, any mobile device.
And then, is that too long? You can't you don't send it to Instagram, right? You send it other places.
Yes, but it's not actually a product of the Spark Camera app. It's the fact that it's already on your tablet when you're done with it, and you can share it right from your tablet or your phone.
But share it where? Share it where?
I'll get with you afterward and give you a place to go, and I'll show you how to do it. I will actually send you a link that says this is how you share stuff off your phone once it comes out of Spark Camera.
When you do videos, they're unbranded for the MLS. Do you do branded ones separately to go on people's websites, etc.?
Are you asking me to redo it?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that after. Let's get through this. Yes, but I'll tell you about that after.
Do you have any recommendations for free commercial use of music?
Free commercial use? These, like Spark Camera and Animoto, both have music you can use because they've already paid the fees for it. So I suggest you just use theirs. Having said that, and this is off to the side, you can get in big trouble for using other music. We upload music all the time behind tours and videos, and no one's ever complained. We have the agent sign something that says, I'm not holding Prism responsible, but they do it all the time. I don't think, there are many people that care that you're trying to sell a house, you're not really making money on music. Having said that, I'm not a lawyer. Ask your lawyer if you do something like that.
Have you tried Movie Maker?
I have not. I use WeVideo online, which is a little bit more expensive than Google. All right, how do we get started? These things are about the things that you need to do, and the things you need to think about when you create video. The first one is you want to create content that your audience values. I'm going to share some graphs with you. We are a social media company. We help agents start and manage their own social media, and then we actually manage social media for them. And this is something that came up while I was doing social media classes, and I think it's important when it comes to video as well. These are social media posts per week. 19% of all the posts on Facebook or in social media are done by the real estate industry. How about that? 19% of all the posts. Because trainers like me are out there teaching agents, you've got to use video. You've got to use at least nice images. Real estate also leads the industry in images. When I say image posts, it means images or videos. 15%. Here, this is engagement. This is the percentage that gets interaction.
What's the
Real estate's
line?
really low. Let me explain to you why. The real estate community tends to post what they want people to know about themselves as an agent instead of what people want to know. Effective marketing is not you as an agent online creating videos about yourself telling people how great you are, because nobody cares how great you are. Your mom does, your kids maybe, but nobody out there doing business cares how great you are. You provide information that is valuable to them. Market reports, interesting information, information about a specific area, things that are going on this weekend in their area, events for their kids. You start to be a source of interesting, relevant information. People will start caring about you and will engage with you socially. And until that gets through your brain, your social media marketing, your video marketing will never be effective. You need to post what people are interested in, not what you want people to know about you. That makes sense. Number 2. You haven't done it yet? Start with YouTube. I said earlier, YouTube's free. It doesn't cost anything. It is very simple to upload videos to YouTube and to share them. One of the greatest things about YouTube is that you can put hashtags, keywords, meta tags, all those things on any video. Just like Lisa was teaching you how to put those hashtags on so your Instagram post becomes more relevant, when you upload it to YouTube, there's a place where you can put in as many keywords as you want. Put in Fort Myers Beach, events in Southwest Florida, blah, blah, blah. As many keywords as you want. I know when we sold our house in Sandoval, one of the things we noticed wasn't really part of the listing was there was nothing about the dog park. So we literally went back into the YouTube video and put in dogs, pet-friendly, dog park, a whole bunch of words that we know that if someone was looking for a pet-friendly neighborhood, they might find them. It's something that you can do with YouTube. So upload your videos, it doesn't cost anything, and then put in as many keywords as you can so people find it when they do Google. It's a great, easy, simple, free way to get started.
Do you have to put the hashtag before you put dog park?
No, when you go into YouTube, it's just ask for keywords. Put in keyword, enter, keyword, enter, keyword, enter. It's not really a hashtag.
So when you upload a video from Paradigm to YouTube, there's no hash, there's no
Yes,
keyword.
Paradigm System actually pulls keywords from your description.
Oh.
Yes. Everything in the description is actually pulled as a keyword.
And then you can go back in and add more.
You can add more, correct?
You mean the narrative, the words I type under each picture?
becomes keywords.
Or the description you have, that
And the
usually
description
a
of your
journal has
property, everything in there
description.
becomes a
It's copy.
keyword when it comes out of Paradigm. I'm not sure of the other platforms. I worked for Paradigm. I know how theirs works. I don't know about all the other ones. But yes, in Paradigm, it pulls those keywords, and they're actually used as keywords on the
So
YouTube.
it might be worth the $30 a month.
Might be. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not gonna talk you out of Paradigm anymore. I'm talking about it out of using a Mac. Optimize your videos. It isn't just keywords on your videos. There's other ways to optimize your videos. You know, the most important part of a video that can be optimized is its title. Make sure you title your video, and make sure you title it with what's most important. What is it that people are going to be searching for that they're going to want to find in your video? If it's, look what's going on, events in Fort Myers Beach, or, or whatever, use the title, because that's your most important way to optimize your video. Another way to do it, of course, is keywords. And while I'm not going to get into how to use it, please don't ask me, because this is a place where I can send you a video on how to use meta tags and those kind of things. You've got a title, you've got a description of your video, you've got keywords, and you've got meta tags. And you want to pay attention to all of them. And if you want to know how to do that, send me an email later, and I'll have one of my staff send you a video saying, here's how you do it. It's real simple. It doesn't cost anything to add those things on. So make sure that you're optimizing your videos. You're making so that as many people will see it. I'm not going to make that video today. Anyways, number 4. Remember I said this earlier, include a call to action. Look, we're all marketers. I'm a professional marketer. You all are professional marketers too. You just market yourself. And the one thing that I'd say, anytime you buy an ad, you're marketing, you're trying to get somebody to contact you, whatever you put online, include a call to action. Every one of your videos should have, call me at this number. Or you can put links to your website. Or click here to, so I can send you an article, the 10 questions you want to ask your listing agent before you list your home. Or the 5 things to do to your home before you list it. Give them something of value. Give them something to do that gets a relationship with you. Like my Facebook page is fine. But all of your videos should have some sort of call to action so you're getting one step closer to having a relationship with that person doing the video. And again, we can give you some ideas on what those things can be. I like using individual landing pages, which is click here to get more information about us, and it opens up a little landing page, and they give you their email address, and you send them something. Now you can start communicating with them, and you have another lead and another customer. One of my favorite statistics in the world. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. There are more searches done on YouTube.com than are done anywhere else but Google. Yet, there are more YouTube videos viewed on Facebook.com than are viewed at YouTube.com. Let me say that again. There are more YouTube videos viewed on Facebook.com than are viewed on YouTube.com. A few years ago, Facebook went to a new video format. Now, if you notice, when you're scrolling, the stories that are coming by, when a video pops up, what happens?
Plays.
It starts playing.
Without the audio.
The video starts playing, and if you click on it now, the sound starts. When that happens, videos are now viewed to the end 600% more than they were before Facebook did that on YouTube, on Facebook. So now, that's why this is such a great way to have a Facebook business page, to have a YouTube channel, and to feed your videos to Facebook and get them out there. Now, someone asked a question, and someone else jumped in, and Lisa didn't get a chance to answer it earlier on. When someone said, so only your friends in your network are going to see this? Doesn't have to be the case. Because Facebook now owns Instagram, anytime you create a Facebook ad, you also create an Instagram ad. It's automatically done. So now, if you have a great video and you share it on your Facebook page, and you know this is something you want people to see that are not in your network, buy a $2 ad and hit the people that make the amount of money that you want them to, who are interested in the area that you're in, they're interested in the behaviors. Let me tell you this about Facebook if you don't know. Agents always get freaked out by this. I love this. Open up your Facebook personal page today, and there's going to be ads on the right side of your page, right? When I went in the other day in one of my trainings, there was a thing for Disney cruises, and there was a thing about outside reporting, and then there was one for Zillow. The one for Disney cruises is, I told you earlier, Lori and I have 8 kids. They're getting a little older. We were online kind of looking to see, we need one more vacation with all the kids before they're all gone, so we were kind of looking. So Facebook knew that, so it sent me an ad for Disney cruises. We just went from QuickBooks Online to QuickBooks Desktop. And while I like it in a lot of ways, I don't like the reporting. So I was online looking for places that could take my QuickBooks data and give me the reports that I want so that I know that our business is doing well. That's why that second ad was there. Zillow was there because I'm in typing real estate all the time. I'm sure that's why, even though I'm not necessarily looking for a house. So how did Facebook know to send me those ads? Question. 94% of all of us do not sign out of our Facebook page when we exit out of it. And Facebook tracks every click, every stroke, every site you go to, every keyword you put in. Creepy, huh? And by the way, on your phones, it's even more. It's like 96%. Now, while that may sound creepy, forget the creepiness and go, we can take advantage of that. So now, I can create a video, and I can go find the person. Let's just take a listing again, because that's the easiest way. If I have a listing, and it's in a golf course community, and it's $599,000, and it's in Fort Myers, I know now I can create an ad, $2 a day for 7 days, 14 bucks, let's say. I can go out and find people and post ads to find people who are interested in golf, who make this much money because they have to, in $400,000 to $600,000 house, who have either lived in Fort Myers, who have done a search in Fort Myers, who online behaviors lead me to believe that they might be interested in buying a house. I can now send ads right to them and capture them. And I can reach for $2 a day for 7 days. And that kind of search, I know I can reach 1,000 to 1,500 people in my network that meet that criteria for 14 bucks. And they see a video, they're more likely to watch it. So now you can actually spend a little bit of money, advertise, and get your videos out for more people to see it that are your customer. Yeah, so Facebook ads. If you want information on Facebook ads, again, send it to us. We'll send you information on how to create an ad and how to do that. It's not hard to do. And then once it's created, once your audience is in your Facebook account, it stays there. You can just keep choosing it over and over again. So you don't have to go back and redo it every single time. Now, why does Facebook allow me to reach that many people for $2 in a day? Because 10 million people will buy a $2 ad today from Facebook. Do you know what their cost is for that at this point? $20 million at 100% profit? That's not bad. Yeah, we're in the wrong business. So push it out on Facebook. Share it on Facebook. I'll be done here. A few more tips. Facebook advertising. Use Facebook advertising. Push your ads out on Facebook so that you can get more people to see it. Share it on all your social media sites. Again, you want information on Hootsuite or some of the other ones, there are simple ways that you want to post stuff out. You know, I can actually put something out through Instagram and have it go to Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter without me doing anything. Because Instagram will feed Facebook, and Facebook will feed Twitter. So you can get it out to more social sites without really doing anything. But use Google+, use Pinterest, use those other ones. Get your videos out as many places as possible because you never know who's probably going to find you. Dive into YouTube's advanced settings. I'm not going to go into it. I was kind of figuring out. I had 40 minutes, so I couldn't really go into the advanced settings. But there's all sorts of things that you can do. One of the things that I like is you can actually, there's a way to automatically, at the end of any one of your videos, you ever see at the end of a video, a bunch of other videos kind of come up that are similar? You can set it that those are all yours. But if you don't go into the settings, it doesn't. It just takes whatever the search was or whatever that kind of goes along with those videos. So go into the settings and set it so that all those videos that come up are all yours, so the next video they watch is yours, and the next video they watch is yours, and now you're more and more of an expert in a certain area, a certain marketing area. So just kind of delve into it on your own. And again, we can help you with some of those things. And the other thing is, if you're doing videos on your website, I see a lot of agents use a link, and when they click on videos on the website, it takes them to YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay? You're losing them. You're literally taking them out of your website onto a place that has other ads and other videos and those kind of things. If you're going to use videos and you really get into doing it, There are some inexpensive hosting services that can link to your website. There's no advertising on them or anything, and you're not losing them. They're not expensive. It's a couple $100 a year. So when you really get into it, use a video hosting service for your website if it's going to be based that way. The other benefit is you get all the Google views when they're looking at your videos. YouTube doesn't get any of it. It all goes to you. All the SEO benefit. I'll do an SEO class at some point, I promise.